Haverford High School would like to welcome you to A.G. Cornell Stadium for tonight's lacrosse game between the visiting aces from Lower Merion High School and your own Haverford Fords. As members of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Athletic Association, we hold high standards of sportsmanship and mutual respect for all players, parents, and our community members. We hope you enjoy tonight's game. Good luck to all participants, and go Fords! Now tonight, before we announce the starting lineups, Haverford would like to highlight the senior players for the Lower Merion Aces. Number 19, Allison Urson. Number 1, Allison Pham. Number 25, Anna Byler. Number 12, Ella Milby. Number 8, Emma Maloney. Number 88, Hadley Rubin. Number 17, JoJo Cini. Number 20, Katie Flanagan. Number 10, Maggie Milby. And number 9 for the Aces, Nora Whalen. And now for tonight's starting lineup. For the Aces, number 1, senior Allison Pham. Number 3, junior Emily Delonzo. Number 5, junior Kendall Baker. Number 6, sophomore Hannah Greenstern. Number 9, senior Nora Whalen. Number 14, junior Kaza Borgelt. Number 17, senior JoJo Cini. Number 19, senior Allison Urson. Number 23, freshman Samantha Gittens. Number 24, sophomore Clara Burris. And number 25, senior Anna Byler. The Aces are coached by Ashen Odenon, Elaine Doherty, and Morgan Nash. And now the starting lineup for your Haverford Fords. Number 12, Paige Chadwin. Number 13, Riley Geary. Number 14, Elizabeth Walker. Number 15, Annie Walker. Number 16, Darcy Quayle. Number 17, Hope Heinrichs. Number 19, Maya Foley. Number 21, Ella Quartermain. Number 25, Erin Fahey. Number 29, Maddie Schaefer. Number 30, Avery Timar. And number 32, Callie Cancro. The Fords are coached by Nancy McGoldrick, who's assisted by Kirsten Sheehy, Devin Chance, and Tim McCormick. Tonight's referees are Alexa Campbell, Michael Ivey, and Kylie Gallo. Now to honor America, we ask you to please rise, if you are able, for the singing of our national anthem by our own Haverford High School choir. I'd like to welcome all of the future Haverford players that are here tonight from our Blaze Youth Lacrosse organization and from Haverford Middle School. Thank you for your support. We look forward to seeing you at A.G. Cornell Stadium in a few years. Ace's goal scored by number 19, Allison Urson. Ford's goal scored by number 12, Paige Chadwin. Annie Walker, number 15, with the assist.
Pressure here from Lower Merion, but they're not able to get a single shot on. And just as I say that, Haverford comes away with the turnover. Player loses a stick, and whistles will blow. That was a great defensive sequence there from the Fords. They finally get the turnover after all that possession by Lower Merion. Did not allow a single shot on Lucy McCloskey. You can't ask for a better defensive performance than that.
Absolutely.
And now here come the Fords with another sustained offensive drive here behind the net. They're looking to get going. Curling into the corner is Maddie Schaefer. Definitely a threat to watch out here. And whistles will blow.
Nick, one thing that I just want to mention that is really great about this Ford's defense is you always want to have a very strong goalie. However, you also want your goalie to never have to use their skills. And the Fords are doing a great job of protecting McCloskey.
Absolutely, as here's the penalty shot. Does not score, but on the rebound, it is buried. And just like that, the Fords are back on top. It's 2-1 on senior night.
5:56 on the clock. Fords with an explosive start.
Hope Heinrichs there with the goal.
A senior on senior night.
You love to see it. 2 seniors for the Fords coming through early in this first quarter. And just like that, after allowing the first goal of the game, not even a minute or two in, the Fords now have the lead.
And Heinrichs, the one who scored that goal, she has been on fire early on in this game. She's been all over the field, taking opportunities left and right and making big plays.
Absolutely. You know, they were not able to score on the penalty, but Hope Heinrichs is just in the right place at the right time, is able to bury the rebound top shelf. And just like that, she gives the Fords the lead, but Lower Merion wins the draw. Now down for the first time in this game, as whistles will blow. So Lower Merion will reset now. They'll go to the corner. Being pressured by multiple Fords, but is able to curl around until it's turned over, and whistles will blow again. Looks like a penalty shot here for Lower Merion, trying to equalize this game. McCloskey usually good at penalty shots. Let's see how she fares today. Her first penalty shot of the night. Here comes it fired, and it's wide. Great defense there from the Fords. They are able to capitalize on a Lower Merion mistake, and they stay ahead in this game. McCloskey will go out of her net slightly, but the Fords come away with it. All the way to the corner, Timar gives it ahead to Schaefer. Schaefer loses it, and it's bobbled by Lower Merion, recovered by the Fords. Now here comes Callie Cancro. Surveying her options. She'll give it to the corner. Now back to Geary. To Heinrichs, sorry. Heinrichs now behind the net. Goes to the other corner. Surveying their options, and then it'll go back to the point. All the way back to Walker. Walker dances around multiple Lower Merion defenders. Gets it to front, and they score again.
It's going to be Maddie Schaefer with the goal for the Fords.
Just like that, the Fords have made it 3-1 early in this first quarter here. And they haven't had too much sustained offensive pressure, but once they do, they're able to get goals quick.
They've really been able to turn defensive plays into big momentum so far in this game. I mean, we're seeing turnovers where they're running all the way across the field and then just put in the shot in the net.
Absolutely, and momentum, if it wasn't in the Ford side of the court now, it definitely is. Lower Merion rattled here, honestly, allowing 3 goals in, 10, 11 minutes?
Not even.
Not exactly the recipe you want in the first quarter, but Lower Merion, they've had a lot of offensive zone time, so that's definitely something they're going to try to want to build on here as we will reset the face-off.
4 minutes, 12 seconds on the clock. Fords lead 3-1 in the first.
And face-off is won by Lower Merion. Now down by 2 in this game. They're going to want to get something going quick here in the offensive zone. They get around multiple Haverford defenders. Curling in, waiting. Survey her options. Now she'll go back, allowing the offense to completely reset here. Now dancing around in the corner. At the 10-yard line, gets around multiple Haverford defenders. Will curl back. That seems to be a theme of this Lower Merion offense, is to go into the center and then curl back, trying to get the Haverford defenders out of position. It takes a long time to get that going. They were able to score the first goal off of that, but ever since, the Fords defense has locked down, and they locked down yet again with another turnover, and now they'll go to work in the offensive zone. Thrown up ahead, that's Elizabeth Walker. Elizabeth Walker will lead the charge. Now it goes to the corner. Dancing in the corner, surveying her options. She'll go behind the net. Multiple players with her. A lot of space in front there, especially in front of the goalie. Wonder if the Fords are going to look to try to capitalize on that, as Walker will slowly survey her options. Going to the corner, finds a streaking player, but it's picked off and saved there by Lower Merion. Beautiful play there from the Fords, just not able to capitalize. And Lower Merion's able to get it out.
Great save there from the Lower Merion goalie there. The ball bounced out of the net, but she was able to snatch it right back up. Quick thinking there from Lower Merion.
Absolutely, and I believe, I can't tell from here because it's a far view, but I believe that was Maddie Schaefer on the shot there. Beautiful save there, and now it's picked off by the Fords, but bobbled and not able to be recovered. So now here comes Walker. Annie Walker dances around multiple Lower Merion defenders, but will curl to the outside. Now can come back in. Fires and saved there. Tried to go 5-hole, not able to jam it home. So it will remain a 3-1 game. And we have a substitution in net for the Fords. Julia Mertz will take over in net there for McCloskey. Interesting decision here from the coaches. I wonder why. But Fords do have the lead with about 1:30 left in this quarter. Lower Merion has it. Now looking to go to work. This is Mertz's first test of the afternoon into the evening. Let's see how she fares as Lower Merion, with plenty of time and space, at the 20 now. Looking to get something going. They'll curl to the outside. Waiting. Being pressured by 2 Fords there. They'll go all the way to the corner. Now behind the net. Trying to go inside, but 2 Haverford defenders there. Not able to get it going. And then we'll go all the way out. And the Fords almost come away with it, but not quite. Not able to corral it there. Lower Merion has it. Under a minute to play now. Trying to get something going all the way in the far corner. Being pressured there by 2 Fords. And whistles blow just as the Fords come away with it. That is a tough break for the Fords there. But their defense has been absolutely standout performance here from Ford's defense as that's a quick shot and saved by Mertz. Her first shot, her first save of the afternoon into the evening.
It looks like Lower Merion is seeming to adapt a little bit to this Ford's defense. They're able to get the ball out more now, and they've been causing a couple less turnovers, and now they're getting a little bit closer to the goal in shots.
As a penalty shot will go just wide, so Lower Merion's second penalty shot. They are now 0 for 2 on the day, not able to capitalize on either. Final 20 seconds in the first quarter now. Mertz will go behind her net to play it, and will give it off. Quick pass here over to Maya Foley. Foley will come away with a beautiful pass there to Callie Cancro. Cancro gives it over to Annie Walker. 2 seconds to play. Final shot will go just high.
That's going to be time for the first. Fords lead 3-1. We'll be right back with the second. Great opening from the Fords. Of course, they let up that one goal very early on to the match, but they bounced back, set the tone for the game, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this game will play out.
Absolutely. The Fords picked up goals from Maddie Schaefer, from Hope Heinrichs, and who is it? I think Annie Potter to start the game?
Annie Walker.
Annie Walker, sorry. The Fords pick up 3 in the first period, and they will lead it by 3-1. We will be right back with more second quarter action right after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to A.G. Cornog Field, home of the girls lacrosse team on senior night. In case you missed it in the first quarter, the Fords currently lead it by 2 by a score of 3-1. Very good period from the Fords there. You know, they let in that very quick early goal, but ever since then, they have been dominating, especially in the defensive side of the ball. They've not allowed Lower Merion to get much going here, and they will win the faceoff now. Walker will curl back, gives it off to Cancro, but it's picked off, but Cancro comes away with it regardless. Now Cancro will settle in, surveying her options. Gives it over to Elizabeth Walker. Elizabeth Walker will give it over to Paige Chadman. All the way back now to Maddie Schaefer. Schaefer slowly survey her options. Waiting for a lane to open up. Sees it, pounces on it, but Lower Merion is there to prevent the shot from going off. Schaefer still has it now. She'll reset. All the way out to the point. Annie Walker. Walker, who's already got a goal today, fires, and nice save there from Lower Merion.
Shot there a little bit low, just went right into the goalie's stick, I guess. But Fords still made a very impressive drive there, able to keep the ball moving, especially under pressure, even at the beginning with that one pick. The Fords able to keep it going.
Absolutely. As the Fords come away with it now, here comes Paige Chadwin. Chadwin will curl back. Slight miscommunication, but Hope Heinrichs is able to recover. Now Heinrichs will settle in. Curling around. Looking for options. Looking for help. She'll go behind the net for it. Now on the other corner of the net now. Fords will survey their options. Back to Annie Walker. Walker, who already has a goal today and just fired the last shot. Fords are definitely leaning on her to get the offensive drive going here. They'll go back to Maddie Schaefer, who also has a goal in this one. Schaefer dancing. Curl to the corner. Walker fires and scores. Beautiful pass there from Maddie Schaefer, and Annie Walker buries it to give the Fords a 3-goal lead. It's 4-1 on senior night.
Second goal of the night for the senior, number 15, Annie Walker. Impressive start as the Fords, as Nate just said, lead 4-1. About 10 minutes left. Very early goal for the second. I'm excited to see the rest of this quarter, Nick.
Absolutely. That was a beautiful, beautiful offensive, sustained offensive drive there from the Fords. They almost turned it over, but they were able to get it back. And then what a heads-up play from Maddie Schaefer to recognize Annie Walker wide open.
Absolutely.
And then Walker buries it top shelf to give the Fords a very quick 4-1 lead here. Not even a minute or two in to the second quarter. 10 minutes remain. And just like that, if you're Lower Merion, you're definitely rattled. You got to get something going here
I'm
offensively.
shaking in my boots a little bit if I'm Lower Merion.
We're not able to get anything going that past 2 minutes, but they are able to win the draw here. Now charging in with speed. You got to wonder how they've adjusted to this Haverford defense. She curls in, saved by Mertz. Another shot, and they score. Just like that, Lower Merion. And hold up. Thought that was in for a second. A little confused there. We're waiting for a signal. But we have just learned there's another goalie substitution for the Fords. McCloskey is back in. I thought that was Mertz for a second. But
it looks like that will be a goal from Lower Merion, bringing our score to 4-2. About 9 minutes, 45 left in the quarter.
And that's exactly what Lower Merion needed. They needed a quick goal to get back in this game. They've taken momentum.
Yeah.
But the Fords are able to win the draw.
They definitely needed a little bit of an edge there. And now we'll see if they're able to use that momentum to kind of boost them, give them a little bit of energy renewed for the rest of this game.
Absolutely. And it seems to be already working as they have the ball now. Looking to get back-to-back goals here and go to work. They'll reset. Trying to get a better offensive lane. And now she'll curl back to the 50. It's over her head. And not able to recover as the Fords will almost get the turnover, but whistles will blow. And it will be awarded Lower Merion ball. Now curling around multiple defenders. All the way in the corner. Being pressured one-on-one here, Lower Merion will get it back to the 20-yard line. Dropped for a second, but recovered. Curling inward, surveying her options. Go all the way to the far side. Being pressured, now one-on-one, I'm noticing, on these defensive matchups instead of 2 or 3 defenders. And the Fords come away with the turnover there. Right in front of McCloskey. They're able to get out of danger. Ella Quartermain will give it all the way to Chadwin. Chadwin now, pressured. She's got a lane. Looking, surveying. She'll go all the way to the corner. Here's her shot, fired and blocked there. Slightly out of play.
Definitely a strong breakaway there from the Fords. Chadwin able to bring the ball all the way down the field into Ace's territory as
just like that, they've scored again. So just like that, the Fords retake the 3-goal lead. Beautiful shot there from behind the net. They're able to get it out in front and bury it. Little lost there in the sauce. I could not find where the ball was at all.
Definitely a lot going on at once there, but Lower Merion scored theirs. Fords just answered right back. Lower Merion came knocking. Fords told him to go away.
And that's exactly what the Fords needed to do, as that is Callie Cankro scoring there, as we have just learned. Fords, they got a quick goal against there, and they decided they had to get a goal right back to maintain this 3-goal lead.
Definitely crucial to maintain this comfortable lead for the Fords here.
As Lower Merion, now down 3 again, will have to go to work. Whistles will quickly blow in with about 8 minutes left to play. And now Lower Merion will reset. At the 45-yard line. Trying to get something going here. She'll slowly survey her options. Walking in very, very slowly. They'll throw it all the way to the 25. Now Lower Merion with plenty of time and space. Not many players in front of McCloskey there. Now curling. Trying to get a good shot. Fires and right into the stick there of McCloskey. Very easy save. And the Fords are able to maintain this 3-goal lead as whistles will come in. Looks like it's going to be another penalty shot here for Lower Merion, their third of the day. Currently 0 for 2. We'll see if they can capitalize.
7 minutes left on the clock.
I stand corrected. It is not a penalty shot, but they will maintain possession. Lower Merion now, dancing, being pressured by multiple Haverford defenders. They'll have to curl it all the way back out to the 30. Now to the 20, looking to get something going. No clear shot lane, so she'll go back inside. Trying to spin around, stumbles, and the Fords are able to come away with it. Great defensive play there.
Annie Walker once again.
A great defensive play by herself is able to get the turnover, but the Fords are not able to get it past their own 20. And Lower Merion will maintain possession. McCloskey comes out of her net to help play that one. 6:18 left in the quarter. And Lower Merion will maintain possession all the way at the 10-yard line. Now curling in at the 25. They'll reset at the point. A lot of time and space here again for this Lower Merion offense. They're not trying to get to the center of the net anymore, at least not right now. And now they'll go behind the net. Curling all the way out. Loses it for a second, but is able to recover. 2 Haverford defenders on her. She'll go all the way back. Plenty of space. We'll wait. Stutter steps. And it's picked off there. Beautiful defensive play there from the Fords. But they're not able to capitalize again just like that. Now they're capitalized. Here's a big break for the Fords. Looking to get something going here. Schaefer. Looking. Firing. And scoring! Just like that. Maddie Schaefer on the breakaway. Buries it. Her second of the night. And just like that, it's 6-2 on senior night.
Schaefer was able to take that opportunity and run with it. She had nothing in front of her but green turf. And able to sink the shot. Fords lead 6-2. 5 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock in the second. This game has my blood pumping, Nick.
Absolutely. You know, there were several Fords players there. They were able to get the turnover, give it to Schaefer, and just let her go. And by the time she got all the way down to the net, there was barely any Lower Merion defenders in front of her. She had a clear shot. She waited, and then she buries it. Her second of the night. And now gives the Fords a 6-2 lead with about 5:20 left in this quarter. So 2 quick goals in succession for the Fords. Lower Merion needs to get something going here, and they do by winning the draw. Being pressured by Walker, and now it's turned over. Here come the Fords, as a few players get tripped up, and whistles will blow. Now here comes Haverford. Got it now.
Real quick, just an apology if you guys are seeing a resuming shortly screen. We're working on that issue and fixing it, and for now we give you guys radio broadcast.
Absolutely. You know, you hate to see when this stuff happens, but it's all about resilience, how you come back from these type of things. Just like the Fords are coming back. You know, they allowed that first quick goal, and then they allowed another goal, but they're right back in it. They currently have the lead. They're going to work here offensively as Schaefer fires, but saved there, trying to get her hat trick. early in this one. Schaefer denied on that shot. So Fords will reset.
Nick, I like that. Just I'm bouncing back just like the Fords here.
Absolutely. Life is all about bouncing back. And here come the Fords with a penalty shot.
Words of wisdom.
Fires. And scores.
Great shot there. Bringing the score to 7-2. 4 minutes left in the second.
And that is Maddie Schaefer's third goal of the game. She's got a hat trick in this one. Gives the Fords the 5-goal lead on the penalty shot.
The juniors
just like
almost,
that.
The juniors almost showing up the seniors tonight.
I know, the seniors started the scoring, but then the juniors have been dominating it from there. Just like that, the Fords have a 5-goal lead and have blown this game wide open here. With a 5-goal lead with about 4:07 left to play in the second quarter. Scoring 3 unanswered are the Fords. Speaking of 3, Maddie Schaefer has 3 now. That's definitely something to keep an eye on to see if she can get some more as the Fords win the draw. Here she comes. Maddie Schaefer will curl around to the 25. Slightly out of reach there for the Fords, but they're able to recover behind the net. Now curling back, trying to get something going, all the way to Schaefer. Schaefer will give it off to Elizabeth Walker. Walker, give it back to Schaefer. Schaefer, trying to find someone, and she does, all the way in the corner. Looking around here, Lizzie Gondek. Give it back to Schaefer. Schaefer, over to Walker. Walker to Geary, fires, and saved there. Slightly over the net. Now here come the Fords with another chance here. Quick shot, fires, and that's another quick goal there from the Fords. Thought goalie had it there for a second, but is able to get through.
That's going to be a goal from number 12, Paige Chadwin, as the Fords extend their lead to a commanding 8-2 with 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the half. I think the only words I have for this round are just like, Zooey mama. This is an incredible game so far for the Fords.
As the Fords now have 4 unanswered here on the beneficiary of Paige Chadwin, giving the Fords their 8th goal in this one just before halftime. About 3 minutes left to play. And just like that, the Fords have a 6-goal lead.
Fords going to make a couple substitutions. Number 23, Gretchen Confora, going to hop in.
And that makes sense. With about 3 minutes left in the half, you just want to keep your starters fresh, especially for this next half. Because
Absolutely.
Lower Merion, they got to get the offense going here, so they're going to be aggressive with the ball here. You got to make sure your starters are good to go.
Absolutely. Lower Merion is getting into very, very dangerous territory of if they don't start to answer back now, they might run out of time, especially if the Fords keep playing the way they're playing right now.
Speaking of dangerous territory, Schaefer tries to give it over to Walker. Shot is saved there. Fords now back with possession, getting something going just behind the net. Trying to curl around. Fires, and they score again. Just like that. The Fords have 9 goals in this game. Now leading by 7. Beautiful offensive drive there from the Fords. They get the turnover, quickly run down the field, and score.
Nick, what was that, like 3 goals in like a minute and a half of game time?
I think so. The Fords offense really coming alive in this one. And that is the senior Riley Geary scoring for the Fords there. I guess the seniors heard you, Spencer. They are trying.
They're answering back.
They are answering back indeed. Riley Geary adds to the Fords lead.
Now junior's going to shine them up tonight.
Imagine if that's the case. But the Fords leading comfortably on senior night by 7 here with about 2:50 left to play in this quarter. Riley Geary scoring there for the Fords. And now they have 9 on the day before halftime.
2 minutes, 52 on the clock.
Draw is won by Lower Merion, but the Fords are able to come away with it now. Walker being pressured there, and whistles will blow. But Walker will maintain possession to find a wide open Maddie Schaefer. She'll curl to the outside. Fires, saved there. But the Fords are able to come away with it yet again. Behind the net now. No one even close. The Lower Merion defense is bunched up in front of the net here. Now they're spreading out a little bit. But the Fords have a ton of time and space here. And now the Fords get ready for a penalty shot as whistles were blowing. Firing and scoring again. That's Maddie Schaefer, her 4th of the night. Just like that, the Fords have put 10 on the board before halftime.
Great work from the Fords. I mean, they're not letting up for 1 second. Even with such a comfortable lead, they are still playing their minds out, playing their hearts out, giving their all to this game. And that's just what we love to see here.
Absolutely, as Maddie Schaefer buries it on the penalty shot. Just like that, not even 50 seconds after the last goal, the Fords add another one. They're up by 8 now with 2:05 left to play in the quarter.
In the last couple minutes of game time, I don't think the Fords have really been put into a dangerous position or even like on defense at all. They've been doing an excellent job of keeping the offense locked in and pressuring.
They've been dominating the time of possession here, especially later on in this quarter. But now Lower Merion finally has it, and they're getting something going here. All alone, now being pressured by defenders at the 30-yard line. Will curl all the way back. Now gets it back. At the 20 now, Lower Merion will reset. They do have plenty of time to get a goal or two, as the Fords have proven and shown here today. Now at the 25, all alone, on an island essentially, Lower Merion trying to get something going. They'll go to the corner. Being pressured there, and whistles will come in with about 1:22 left in the quarter. Lower Merion has it. We'll go all the way to the corner, slightly behind the net. Trying to draw McCloskey out of the net again. It does not really work. So they'll go to the other corner now. At about the 5-yard line, they'll curl all the way back to the 25. Now at the point, trying to get something going here. Ford's defense preventing the shot lanes from getting going, as that was nearly a turnover, but whistles will come in. With about 45 seconds left to play here. On the penalty shot here. Lower Merion firing just wide. Quick pass here. Trying to get something going in front of McCloskey. They're not quite. And Haverford gets the turnover. Now leading the charge.
Under about 20 seconds on the clock now. Time is ticking.
And the Fords still have it. They've got plenty of time and space. Here comes Ella Quartermain.
Now 10 seconds on the clock.
And they're able to score again. They're able to jam it home just before halftime. 10 seconds exactly left on the board. And just like that, the Fords now have 11 on senior night.
Fords just completely on fire. I mean, both sides of the ball are playing their minds out. The defense is doing a great job of shutting down plays, picking up turnovers, just making room where room otherwise wouldn't be made. And the offense is doing a great job of just making space on the field, allowing for big passes that allow lots of room to run, gain space, gain control, and just sinking it.
Absolutely. You know, the Fords were hemmed in on the defensive side of the ball there, were able to come away with the turnover, rush down the field, and Annie Walker buries, what is that, her 2nd of the night?
I think so.
Just before halftime, Fords add just one more for good measure. Now Lower Merion, with 4 seconds left to play, they're going to have to get something going quick here. They do. Here's a quick shot on McCloskey, and she makes the save just before halftime.
That is going to be time for this half. Fords lead 11-2 after the second. Great game so far from the Fords. I mean, for those of you who might have just joined, they let up one goal very early on, but since then they have been nothing but just a pillar of power throughout this whole game. I mean, really, there has not been any point where the Fords have let up even for a moment.
Absolutely. It has been an offensive explosion here for the Fords. They're up by 9 now at half, currently leading 11-2. Multiple seniors score. Maddie Schaefer has 4 on the day already. Juniors add a few more for good measure. And the Fords have and will take a commanding 9-goal lead into halftime. Beautiful, beautiful offensive half here for the Fords.
Absolutely.
You've got to like where the team is at right now.
We will be right back with you guys right after the half. Don't go anywhere.
Tom Grossi.
And we are back with the start of the second half. 12 minutes on the clock. Ford's up 11-2 in a commanding senior night lead. The game will be underway again shortly.
And in case you missed it, Maddie Schaefer has 4 on the night. Annie Walker has 2. Hope Heinrichs has another. Callie Cancro has 1 as well. And there's a few more I'm probably forgetting, but that's just because the Fords have been scoring a lot here. And they've got the ball again. Getting something going right in front, and they score!
That's going to be a 19-second goal there from the Fords to start the half.
Just like that, the Fords get another one very, very quickly here. An emphatic way to start the half.
Absolutely.
And now they're up by 10 here.
Lower Merion definitely has some adjustments that they needed to make at halftime. That goal there doesn't give me too much hope. We will see what they have talked about, what they plan to do, what their just game plan is for the rest of this game to continue to stay in it, because pretty soon the clock is going to stop being their friend, especially if the Fords keep playing such a masterclass game. I mean, they're really looking at a deficit they might not be able to come back from if they keep letting up goals like that.
Absolutely, and we have learned that is Abby Hassan's first goal of the night. So just like that, Fords now have a 12-2 lead at the start of the half, 19 seconds in. Incredibly quick goal here for the Fords. Now they're looking to get something going again. Quartermain has it, gives it over to Schaefer. Schaefer, surveying her options. Trying to get her 5th of the night. She leads the team right now in goals scored. She surveys her options, goes to the corner, shakes a defender, curls inside, fires just high and wide off the right-hand side of the net here.
Good shot there, just not quite able to find the mark.
But the Fords come away with it. All the way behind the net now. They'll curl out to the side. Now at the point. Walker, dancing around. Looking. He's got a lane. Firing! And thought that was in for a second.
The crowd's cheering, but we're not too sure up here in the box.
Saw the net move, but no one was getting together to celebrate.
I don't think that was a goal, yeah. I don't think that was.
Was not, unfortunately, but the Fords do have a penalty shot here, and they fire just wide again. Not able to capitalize.
Goalie
3
with a
straight
great
opportunities.
deflection there.
And whistles will come in now just as Schaefer was getting something going. So the Fords will reset here with another penalty shot. And you do not want Schaefer to be in this spot right now. She is elite. Firing and scoring. Just like that, Maddie Schaefer gets her 5th of the
five
night.
of the night? Oh, my gosh.
Another goal from the penalty shot. I believe she scored 3 from that spot. And just like that, the Fords have a 13-2 lead with 9:50 left in the game, in the quarter.
Maddie Schaefer deserves an ice cream after a performance like this so far. Oh, my gosh.
I think so. Fords currently up 11 here. Maddie Schaefer adds yet another to the Fords total.
13-2, an 11-point deficit that Lower Merion is going to try and claw their way back from. About 9 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third.
Now back at the draw. Lower Merion going to try to get something going here. They had a nice offensive drive late in the first half, just were not able to capitalize on it. And now they're just losing the possession battle as the Fords have it right in front, firing and scoring. Just like that, off the draw, the Fords rush down the field and add a 14th to their tally.
Although she didn't score the goal there, Annie Walker was the reason it happened. She was able to snatch up that ball, run all the way down the field, make the pass that needed to be made, and passed the ball to number 6, Annie Potter, and she scored. Great work there from Walker, being a team player and making a move.
Absolutely, and other Fords players are now adding to the goal total. It's not just Maddie Schaefer and Annie Walker.
It's just mostly Maddie Schaefer and Annie Walker.
Mostly. But it's a great sign for the Fords to be divvying up those goals, allowing other players to get in on the action.
Fords now at 14-2, a 12-point deficit. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third.
And this is exactly what you wanted for the forwards. Really just taking the boot and stomping it on Lower Merion, not allowing them to get anything going here. They have been absolutely dominating this half. I don't think the ball is even past the 50-yard line on the Haverford side.
I think that, yeah, thus far the forwards have completely controlled the momentum and just the way this game is being played. They're doing whatever they want to right now. They're running all the way across the field, and they're just building a wall saying, Laura Merion, you can't get past.
Absolutely. I mean, Lucy McCloskey has barely had to do anything this half. She's just been standing there on an island while the offense continues to rake.
Hey, that's what you want as a goalie.
Absolutely.
As I said earlier, you want a good goalie, but you never want your goalie to need to use their skills.
And now the forwards, great outlet pass there. Will go all the way to the corner with another offensive drive here. Now behind the net, looking to get something going. Give it out in front to, I believe that's McDermott. Sorry, that is Annie Potter, who just scored for the Fords last time. Is another shot, goes slightly wide. And Lower Merion will have it now. Right behind the net, they're going to want to get something going here and fast with about 7 minutes left to play. And if you're Lower Merion, you got to keep this in mind. Due to the goal differential, the clock does not stop if the ball goes out of play. So they have got to get on their horse here. They've got to get running. 7 minutes left to play. And that's exactly what they're doing here as they have officially crossed the 50-yard line for the first time in this half. Trying to get something going here offensively. Being pressured by multiple forwards, and whistles will come in. McCloskey goes well out of her net to play it and picks it off.
Great move there from McCloskey. An incredible catch.
Beautiful play there, and in 2 quick passes, the forwards are now back in Lower Merion's kitchen. All the way to Scotty Capello. Capello curling outside, fires, and scoring! Just like that, Scotty Capello adds one for the Fords. And now they have a 15-2 lead here on senior night.
Nick, I think that might have been the most beautiful goal I've ever seen. She ran up, put it right in the corner.
That's just a beautiful offensive play.
Yeah, like, for a second, I didn't even think it went in, but
you can't draw up a better play than that. I mean, Capello just takes it herself, is able to get around the defense, buries it top shelf, and just like that, the Fords are now up 13 with about
15-2.
15-2 is the score. They're up by 13. They've scored, I believe, 7 unanswered here. And just like that, Fords are well in control of this game as Lower Merion will call a timeout, trying to get the crew back into shape, trying to get the troops rallied here.
We'll be right back after this brief break. And we are back. The game will be underway shortly in just one moment. Fords leading 15-2, 13-point lead, 5:36 left on the clock. And Nick, take it away.
I will, Spencer. The Fords have been dominating this second half, scoring multiple here. Maddie Schaefer now has 5 on the night. Few other players getting their firsts as well. Scotty Capello adds 1, Annie Potter adds 1, and a few others. So just like that, the Fords have a 13-goal lead here with about 5:20 left in the third quarter. But Lower Merion does have the ball now. Looking to get something going to get in between two Fords defenders. But being pressured beautifully there, they're going to have to curl to the outside. Now at the point, being pressured relentlessly there. There's absolutely no room to breathe there. Annie Potter was all over her attacker there, not letting her have any space to do anything. But Lower Merion will maintain possession. And now they're looking to reset here. At the point, time is against them right now, so they've got to get something going here. Get just another goal on the board to make it look better. Dancing out in front, not deciding to shoot there. Guess did not have a good enough lane. And whistles will come in with 4:30 left in the third quarter. Penalty shot here for Lower Merion upcoming. McCloskey stopped 1 earlier today. Lower Merion is currently 0 for 2. Make that 0 for 3. Beautiful save from McCloskey. Bounces it out, and the rebound goes to the Fords. Just like that, they're able to get it out of harm's way. McCloskey makes a save when she has to. Now 4:10 left remaining in the third quarter. The Fords offense goes to work. Foley will give it over to Walker. To Schaefer. Now to the corner. Behind the net now. Going all the way to the corner. Now back out front, it's Potter. Potter gives it over to Walker. Walker will throw it all the way to the right corner there. Now behind the net again. Ford's doing a beautiful cycling change here. Not allowing Lower Merion to have any space at all. Fords are dominating the offensive possession. Here comes Potter. Potter gives it over to Walker, and she scores for the hat trick. Annie Walker off the beautiful assist from Annie Potter. And just like that, the Fords have 16 on the board on senior night.
Incredible work from Walker. I mean, these players on the Fords really just racking up goals like it's going out of style. That's the best way you can put it.
Second player on the Fords to record a hat trick tonight. First was Maddie Schaefer, and now Annie Walker joins that list as well off the beautiful pass there from Annie Potter. And the Fords were just dominating
Absolutely.
the offensive possession for so long. They were tiring Lower Merion's defenders out. They were able to find a gap in the defense, and they're able to exploit it.
And the Fords able to take their sweet time getting set up again because of the point deficit they have. The clock doesn't stop. So that's a solid, 15 seconds there that just got erased.
Absolutely, and you're going to have to redo the face-off.
Even more time
coming off the clock
here. We
here.
went from, the goal happened at around 3 minutes, 10 seconds. We're down now with the next play. Clock's still going. We're down to 2:25.
And Lower Merion will win the draw, but Fords come away with it now. Beautiful play there by Maddie Schaefer. Now gives it over to Potter. Potter finds a streaking Annie Walker. With plenty of space now, she'll decide to wait for reinforcements. Walker, give it all the way back. Capello will give it over to Potter. Potter goes back to Capello. Surveying her options. Already has 1 goal tonight, looking to make it 2. Being pressured well by the Lower Merion defender, she'll curl all the way to the inside. Now behind the net, waiting for reinforcements. She still has it. Being pressured here, she'll go to the other corner. Trying to find someone, and she does.
Great job getting that ball out.
Absolutely not turning it over there, allowing the Fords offense to continue to pressure Lower Merion here. But Lower Merion's defense is getting feisty. They're not allowing the Fords to get any space.
They know that the clock is ticking. They know they have to do something to try and turn this game around.
Absolutely, as Annie Walker will take it. Gets around her defender. Waiting. She'll decide to hold, allowing for reinforcements to arrive.
Now about
Gets
a minute
around
15.
her defender. Beautiful play there by Walker. Walker will give it over to the corner instead of shooting. Giving it to Capello. That is Maddie Schaefer.
1 minute on the clock now.
Fords still have it. Behind the net now. Looking to get something going. And they do. They'll go all the way to the corner reset.
Ford's really passing all over the place. One, to be able to change position, get options, and two, to kill time.
Absolutely, but they're looking always to add more. No goal differential is ever enough. No lead is ever enough. As the great Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over. And the Fords know that all too well. They're looking to get something going here. And Maddie Schaefer is the person to do it on an island right now. Redirecting traffic. Trying to get something going here. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Maddie Schaefer trying to get 2 hat tricks tonight. But she'll go to the point.
10 seconds on the clock now. Time winding down in the third.
If you're the Fords, I don't know if you want to throw something on here or you just want to kill clock, which
3,
is the
2,
smart
1.
play, and that is what they will do. So the Fords, an offensive explosion here to start the half, now have a 16-2 lead. We will be right back for the fourth quarter. Spencer, any final thoughts you want to add before we go to break?
I mean, the Fords have done a superb job. I mean, 16-2, more than 10 of those points coming before halftime. I mean, that's ridiculous. This has been a night where the Fords have been on fire, all gas, no brakes, and I'm really excited to see what this last quarter is going to bring. We will see you guys when we come back. And we are coming back to you now with the fourth and final quarter of tonight's girls lacrosse senior night. Fords with a we've been saying all night, a commanding lead, 16-2, 12 minutes on the clock. The game is about to be underway. Nick, you take it from here.
Absolutely, I will. Thank you, Spencer. As we have learned, the Fords are making a substitution in net. Aaron Fahy, the senior, now replaces Lucy McCloskey, the junior. And the Fords will win the offensive draw to go to work here. 12 minutes left in the quarter, and remember, the clock does not stop at the whistle. So the Fords just have to run around for 12 minutes to secure this win here. And they give it to Maddie Schaefer, currently has 5 goals on the night, now behind the net. Fords have done a beautiful job cycling around the slower Merion defense all game, and they're doing it here yet again. And now they'll go all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll reset, finding a lane, give it over to Schaefer. Schaefer, with time and space, goes to the corner. Waiting, looking. Goes to the corner again now. And the forwards are looking to go behind the net. And they do. Now going to the other corner. No shot available, so the forwards will reset. Dancing around. They'll give it over to Schaefer. Schaefer at the point. Hands it off. Under 11 minutes to play here in this quarter. Walker has it. Goes all the way to the corner now. Trying to get something going here. Geary, the senior, already has one tonight. Trying to add another. But not quite. Forwards will maintain possession, though. Gives it over to Walker. Walker makes the defender miss. But will elect not to shoot and will go to the corner, which is the smart decision. Just kill as much clock as humanly possible. Forwards have been doing that in spades early on this quarter. And they're continuing to do so. Off the foot of Walker, but is able to recover. Plenty of time and space now. Walker has a hat trick exactly on the night. Looking to add some assists to that total as well. Gives it over to Geary. Now all the way to the corner. Behind the net, as forwards will cycle yet again. Behind the net, being pressured well by this lower Merion defense. They're just not able to get turnovers. And they will go all the way back out to Annie Walker. Walker will survey her options. Finds someone in front, not able to capitalize though. Beautiful save by lower Merion. And they are finally able to get it out as whistles will come in here. But
9:30 on the clock.
Clock does not stop, remember. So lower Merion has got to run down the field. And they are. They do have numbers. Fahi's first threat tonight. Let's see how lower Merion will take this. Haven't spent much time in this zone in the second half. Lower Merion is just looking to get something on the board here. With about 9 minutes left to play. Have plenty of time and space. Ford's defense is a little more spacious than they were in the beginning of the game. Now lower Merion curling. Back at the 25. Fake shot there. I love what lower Merion's trying to do here. They're trying to get some fake shots going. This high step, kind of like a pump fake in football. They're trying to get Fahi to blink a little bit, trying to get out of position, but she is not blinking right now, as lower Merion has not thrown a shot on net yet. And they're looking to get something going here in the offensive zone. They're looking to get a good shot. Not quite. Now the defense bunches up in front of Fahi. And whistles will come in here with 8:22 left to play in the fourth quarter of this fantastic senior night. This has been an environment. We've had a fantastic student section here today, fantastic parent section here today to support their wonderful seniors who have given so much to this program as the Fords are able to come away with it yet again. 8 minutes to play. They give it over to Walker, who has plenty of time and space, but will now give it to Chadwin. Chadwin, who has one on the night already, will give it over to Geary. Geary, with plenty of time and space all the way on the sideline, gets around her defender. Looking, waiting, will give it over to Walker. Walker will give it over to Potter. Potter will go back to Walker. And the Fords will reset back to Potter. Potter gives it over to Schaefer. Schaefer goes all the way to the corner here. It's bobbled, but the Fords are able to maintain possession. Back to Schaefer. Schaefer will give it over to Walker. Off her stick, but she's able to recover before lower Merion can capitalize on it. And now back to Schaefer. Schaefer will survey her options, waiting, finds Walker wide open. Defenders are not even 10 yards around her. She's got an island by herself right now. She could build a camping tent if she wanted to. Now finally being pressured, Walker gets around her defender. She's got a clear shot. Will decide to hold on and give it back to Schaefer. Schaefer now, being pressured, will curl to the left-hand side. Elects not to shoot there and goes behind the net. Now the Fords have it again. And we'll go back out to the point. Here comes Walker. 6:35 left to play in this quarter. Fords still have it now. Walker will go over to the right-hand corner. Now behind the net. Fords have just been doing a fantastic job cycling these last 12 minutes. Have not allowed Lower Merion to have the ball for much time at all. They've just been killing time after time after time. Minutes are slowly trickling away here, and the Fords still have it. Being pressured is Potter. Should go back at the 30. Got a lane. Fords fire, but it's easily stopped there by Lower Merion. First save in a while there for the Aces because they've just not had many shots at all. This Fords offense, has just been circling, killing as much time as humanly possible. But now Lower Merion finally has it.
Absolutely. Great save there from the Lower Merion goalie, but I think it's just maybe too little too late. Clock still ticking, 5 minutes 30 on the clock. Lower Merion with possession, Fords territory.
And now they've got a clear shot here, getting around multiple defenders, but whistles blow before the shot could be released. A little bit unfortunate there for the Aces. They had a really nice lane there in front of McCloskey, but are not able to capitalize. So they'll go back to the penalty shootout, which has not worked out, unfortunately, for them today. They've been 0 for 4. Make that 0 for 5 as McCloskey makes another save and will clear it. Beautiful play there by Fahy, not McCloskey. Thought she was in net because that's only the second shot Fahy has faced all quarter right now. 4:45 left in the game.
McCloskey's not on goal.
Yeah, I know. And now Maddie Schaefer will have it. Gives it over to Walker. And Walker will wait for someone to run around. Or she'll take it herself all the way to the corner. Looking to kill as much clock as humanly possible, so Fords are making some on-field substitutions. Walker dancing. Goes in for the pinch, but will decide to go back out. All the way to Gretchen Confora. Confora has it now. Elects not to shoot, will go into the corner. Now curls back inside, fires, and quick save there.
Another save there from the Lower Merion goalie. Clock still ticking, now down to just under 4 minutes.
As Lower Merion still in their defensive zone, looking to get out fast. And they're able to now. Ford's defense now being pressuring, and whistles will come in slightly. And now they'll come in officially. 3:40 left to play in the quarter. And Lower Merion will get it in quickly as the clock is continuing to drain here. Just about 3.5 minutes left to play in this game. And now Lower Merion's making some substitutions as well as they have it. Looking to threaten Fahy. They'll go all the way to the corner. It's over their head. But no one is even around. So that will be Ford's ball.
Clock still ticking, down to 3 minutes 10 seconds here.
And that's a beautiful defensive play by the Fords there, just allowing a turnover to happen for them.
We've been seeing beautiful defensive plays all night, Nick.
And now, here comes Chadwin. Chadwin, give it over to Potter. We'll go back to Confora. Confora will go back. Now with the corner, with about 2:40 left to play in this game. Give it off in front. Firing! And scoring. Sorry, never mind. I saw the bench jump up and down in excitement. I thought that went in for a second. But goes a little bit high. Lower Merion will keep it out. 2:20 left in this game. Fords have fired in a few shots in the last few minutes, but none of them have gone in. It remains a 16-2 game as we enter the final 2 minutes of play here in this game. Whistles will blow, but Lower Merion will maintain possession. Now at their own 25, looking to get something going here, and they will. Under 2 minutes to play officially here in a fantastic senior night for girls lacrosse. They're up 16-2, and Lower Merion is driving. Trying to get something going here, trying to get something on the board very late in this one.
Under 2 minutes on the clock now. Time is ticking.
Behind the net. Lower Merion going back to their bread and butter. Fords are only pressuring with one defender now instead of 2 or 3 as they were before earlier in this game, allowing this Lower Merion offense more space, but at the same time, there's more defenders in the general area. They're just not pressuring. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Lower Merion team responds to that. Minute 15 left in this game as Lower Merion is dancing in the corner. Maintaining possession. They'll wait. Resetting here. They'll go all the way to the right-hand corner. Not throwing a shot on just yet. Beautiful defensive pressure there from the forwards. Not providing a clear lane at all. Now the defense collapses, but not quick enough. Lower Merion will add one final more to their tally. Just under a minute left to play.
45 seconds to be exact.
And that will make it 16-3 in favor of the forwards. Lower Merion finally ends the goals against streak. But with 35 seconds left, the forwards have this one wrapped up. 25 seconds left to play here. On the forwards, you just got to kill these 25 seconds on the face-off.
Pretty much, yeah. Just got to get the ball and just hang on to it.
That was a nice drive there from Lower Merion, getting a little bit of pride on the board, if you will, adding a third goal. But final 10 seconds here. And Lower Merion will win the last draw, so that is something they can hold over the forwards as well. Final 2 seconds. Quick shot, firing, and saved by Aaron Fahy. And that will wrap this one up. Forwards take this one in a commanding, dominating fashion, 16-3 on senior night. Maddie Schaefer leads the way with 5 goals. Annie Walker has 3 of her own, and a bunch more players contribute in all facets of the game. This was a commanding, solid team win all around.
I mean, this was such a special night, Nick. I mean, the forwards really put it into high gear. They really put meaning to the word built forward tough. And especially on senior night, a night of celebration, a night where we get to honor the seniors who put so much time and devotion and heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears into this team. It's really great that they were able to come out with such an outstanding victory. Definitely got a little bit scared in the beginning when they let up that one goal 21 seconds in, but I mean, aside from that, the whole game was just smooth sailing pretty much. A couple hiccups here and there, but the forwards really were able to control the game. They were able to manage the game, and nothing happened that they didn't want to happen.
Absolutely, and that was just a fantastic performance to put on, especially in front of all the fans here, the student section, the parents showing out. It was a fantastic game for the forwards all
Absolutely.
around. They managed to get the job done. I honestly got to say the defense was the MVP of this game.
Absolutely.
Even though it's not the flashy pick, as the offense did put 16 on the board, this defense was so stifling. Lower Merion could just not get anything going.
Absolutely.
Goalies barely had to do
100%,
anything in
Nick.
this game. And by the time Lower Merion was able to get something going, especially late in these quarters, the lead
they were
was
out of time.
Yeah, they did not have time. This Ford's defense was so stifling. Lower Merion barely even had space to move. There were 2 or 3 or 4 Ford's defenders always in the area, blocking up the shot lanes.
And I mean, whenever the ball was dropped, the forwards were right there to scoop it right back up. I mean, this game was such a masterclass put on by the forwards. They really showed everybody who was the boss tonight. And honestly, if I were on the lacrosse team, I would be very, very happy with tonight's result. A beautiful night at AG Cornog Stadium. The lights on, the energy incredible. Great weather too. I mean, just a great game for our seniors. That is going to bring an end to tonight's Senior Night broadcast. I've been Spencer Mark.
And I'm Nick Petrucci, folks. Make sure to tune in next week as we have a few more senior nights coming up for HSM, a few sports as well sprinkled in the mix.
Yeah, spring
Be sure
sports.
to tune in. We have many games this week. This has been a fantastic game from the Fords. Solid all-around team win on senior night.
Yeah.
And they pick up a 16-3 win. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is Spencer Mark and joined by Nick Petrucci. Have a safe night, everyone.
Roll
Go
Fords.